Okay, so let's talk about how to use Hootsuite because Hootsuite is what you'll be using to post content. You need to be posting 5 to 8 or 9 things a day, and unless you don't have a life and you don't want to make any money, you really need automation to do that. Hootsuite is a very, very inexpensive way to do this. You can use a free account. I happen to use an account that I think costs me like $15 a month or something silly like that. But this will actually work on the free account. When you log into Hootsuite, you see your various news feeds here. That's not why we're using it and what we're using it for. I use the publisher. Let's go here. Now, the part of the publisher that I use that makes my life so incredibly easy are these content sources, RSS feeds and bulk composers. Let's look at RSS feeds real fast. RSS stands for really simple syndication. So basically this RSS feed is pulling articles from, well, in this case, they're all from Entrepreneur, and they're pulling articles from various feeds on Entrepreneur Magazine, and they're posting it to my LinkedIn account. How cool is that? So let's look at, let's just go here. So you can see this. This is Entrepreneur Magazine's one of their feeds. Okay, so tell you what. Let's see if we can find the whole list of feeds here. If not, I'll just search it again and show it to you. So feeds.feedburner.com, Entrepreneur. This is a way of getting feeds from Entrepreneur Magazine. Let's type this in. Okay, here we go. So look, notice I typed in Entrepreneur Magazine RSS, Entrepreneur RSS content feed, and this list right here will give you all of their feeds, okay? The latest, so this is, trending topics, stuff about startups, stuff about running a business and growing a business, marketing technology. You'll want to use the RSS here, and notice, well, let's just make this really clear. When I click where it says RSS, that's actually what takes me to the FeedBurner feed, okay? And so you'll take that URL right there and you would put it into add new feed. Okay, so you'll put it into there, and Entrepreneur then you'll be posting stuff from Entrepreneur Magazine. You can do this with a lot of magazines and a lot of websites. You got to be careful that you don't post stuff that's divisive or political or even political policy oriented. At least I'm very careful about that because I don't want to alienate anybody. And yeah, that's how you do feeds, and feeds are a great thing. And we can look over here. I don't know why that says that, but anyway. Okay, so look, so my updates, okay? So this is talking about status updates. My updates, 12:30, so this was about an hour and a half ago. This posted because it's in a feed, all right? 10:30, this posted because it's in a feed. This posted just before that because he's because he's in a feed. I got caught by the article. It looks pretty interesting, doesn't it? But matter of fact, let's just do this because I might want to actually read that. Go figure, right? But that posted to LinkedIn. Now I also, it's outside the scope of this course. I post to Twitter too. I just post the same thing to LinkedIn as Twitter. But all of this stuff, look, 8:30. It's currently 2:00 p.m. where I am. So all of this stuff posted today, 8:17, without me doing anything, 6:30. And I'm getting all of these eyeballs on this. Okay, I had somebody yesterday comment on this, this particular article, and I commented back. I commented on their comment. What you might want to do would be to click here and go see Michael Cassidy and look at Michael Cassidy's profile and see if Michael Cassidy needs help with that. Hint, hint. So just the feeds do this. Now, if you want to publish more, okay, or if you want to have a little more control over what you publish or publish more, let me show you how to do that. That happens with this thing called Bulk Composer. Now, Bulk Composer, you can publish up to, I generally schedule articles, 5 articles a day through Bulk Composer. So for 30 days, for a month, that would be 150 articles. The most you can upload is 150. So, I mean, if you got 31 days in a month, then just, short a couple of the days, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, the way you use Bulk Composer is this. You download this blank CSV file, and notice it's got the date and the time. This is the date and the time that you want this thing to publish. Notice the date. It's for Americans backwards. It goes day, month, year, which probably actually does make more logical sense than month, day, year, the way we do it. And then the time of day. All right, so that's a 24-hour clock time of day. So this is going to publish at 9:15 a.m. And you put a message in here. And I just put something generic, like, and I don't, you cannot use the same message every time. Hootsuite will actually figure that out and prevent you from publishing those things. Not forever. They're not going to close your account down. They'll just send you a polite little message saying, hey, you can't do that. The reason is, the reason I know this is it happened to me, but the reason is LinkedIn does not want duplicate content. I don't think Twitter cares, but we're talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn doesn't want duplicate content. So in order to make your content look unique, you need to have unique messages. So I use very generic messages in this field. So I would say, hey, this looks like a cool article, or I found this interesting. And you don't need a huge message, and you absolutely do not need to take time and read the freaking article. All you're doing is taking the URL of the article, okay, that you want to publish, putting it here and putting a message as an introduction. So I say something like, hey, this is interesting. I found, this helped me. Did it help you? Or what do you think about this? I just write 150 little generic things like that. Now, here's a pro tip. You don't need 150, okay? You need about 30, because if you take about 30 and then you just copy them 5 times, 30 times 5 is 150, that will be enough variation to pass through Hootsuite's filters and for you not to get dinged on the duplicate content thing. The only reason that they're interested in duplicate content is because LinkedIn is interested in duplicate content, okay? Now, I've been doing this for over a year, exactly like this, and I use the same messages over and over again, and I have not, except for the one time, because I used the same message 150 times because I didn't know better the first time I did this. Except for that one time, I've never been slapped on the wrist by Hootsuite. So you're good to go if you do it my way. It's also going to save you a ton of time. So you create that CSV file for next month. Okay, all you need to do is you just need to change that part. Okay, so if I'm going to publish 5 times in a 24-hour period, I take a 24-hour period and divide it by 5, and that's going to be like every 5 hours. 5 times 5 is 25, so that's every 5 hours-ish. Okay, so I just come up with 5 times. So I leave the times that I publish the same. Obviously, dates are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 28, 29 on a leap year, 30 and 31 according to what month you're in. And just leave the time of day the same. The only thing that changes from month to month is the number for the month. So when I get, when I reload this for next month, all I do is just take my spreadsheet, go through it's a little bit of a pain in the neck. Okay, granted, it takes, 30 minutes If I'm not paying attention, it doesn't really take that long. It probably takes 10 minutes, but I'm usually not paying attention because it's a little boring to do. But I just go through and I change the month. So 10 would change to 11, 11 would change to 12, 12 would change to 1, right? And of course, if you've done this for a year, then you have 12 of these and you don't have to do this anymore. That's how you create a great CSV file full of great content. Again, the content needs to be generic. It needs to be interesting. I choose articles from Forbes. I choose articles from Inc. Magazine. I might choose articles from, I might choose business articles from, some blog or something like that. Again, I stay away from anything controversial. I stay away from anything that anybody could have an opinion about other than, ooh, that's nice, right? So, and once you get your CSV file created, you save that as a .csv, and then you upload it here. Okay, so you go here, you go, it's got a little, look, hang on, let's make it super clear. It's got a little file, it's like if that was the file, it would, would choose that. It would upload that, and then we're going to choose what networks to post to. Again, I use this for LinkedIn and Twitter. And then you click here, review the messages. If you made a mistake, it'll kick them out, or it'll kick some of them out. If it kicks one or two out because I screwed up on the date or something, I just delete those. Who cares? We're going for the big picture here, right? We're going for publishing a ton of stuff per day. That's what we're really going for. And then I hit submit, and bam, bam, I am done for the entire month. And when I do this for clients, I do exactly the same thing. As a matter of fact, and this is a pro tip, since the articles that I use for myself are very generic and they're very general, I use those articles for clients. So I can take the same CSV file that I'm using for myself or using for client A and use it for client B. Okay, you can use exactly the same thing for everybody. Would someone catch on? Because I know someone, if times that I've given this training live, people always ask me, well, won't people catch on? Hello, there are 500 million, close to 500 million users on LinkedIn. That's a big, big, big swimming pool. I don't think you're bumping into each other. And also what is in one person's news feed is entirely different, is often very different from what's in another person's news feed, because it is influenced. Again, it's fairly complex. It's influenced by LinkedIn's algorithm, but it's highly influenced by who they are connected to, right? So if client A is connected to a whole bunch of people that client B is not connected to, which would be the rule, okay, in general, you are not connected to the same people I'm connected to. We might share 2 or 3 connections, but that's going to be about it. Then our news feeds are going to be wildly different, and we would never know. And besides, how would A go over to B's news feed and look? Bam! How would they know that? So, in case anybody's thinking, oh my God, they're going to find out that I'm not really earning my $300 a month. Yeah, you're earning your $300 a month because I just told you how to do this, and now you have a technique and some training on technology that the average person doesn't have. And that's what you're really getting paid for. So that is how to use Hootsuite to upload your content. Do this once a month. Should take you an hour or two if you're kind of like goofing off, listening to music or something like I am. And if you really focus on it, it'll probably take about 30 minutes. Do it for clients. It's a phenomenal service. You can get paid very, very well. And it doesn't take many clients that you're going to be doing this for you to generate a very, very nice income. And quite frankly, what you're doing for them is remarkable, because you're generating all those leads, as we've talked about, coming into their notifications, people running into them, wanting to connect with them, eyeballs on their profile summary, their silent salesperson, more leads, more money for them. Got it? Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this.